The proper fear of God. Oh, how we need to meditate on such perplexing texts. Do not fear. You are being tested. You pass the test only if you don't fear. Yet God desires that the fear of Him be always before your eyes. You pass the test by fearing the Lord. The fear that Moses was telling them to get rid of was the fear of coming close to God and hearing His voice. The fear that Moses wanted them to keep before their eyes was that God is fearfully powerful and opposed to sin. The fear of kindling God's powerful wrath against sin ought not to drive us away from God but to God for mercy. If you are running from God because you are afraid of Him, then you are not yet as afraid as you ought to be. In fact, your very flight is a mockery of God, presuming to think that you could outrun Him. If you really fear Him and love your own life, stop running, turn around, and hug His neck for dear life. The fear of the Lord is fear of fleeing out of His fellowship into the way of sin. Therefore the fear of the Lord is full of peace and security and hope. It keeps us near to the merciful heart of God, our fortress, our refuge, our sanctuary, our shield, our sun. Isaiah 8:13 says, "The Lord of hosts, let Him be your fear, and let Him be your dread, and He will become a sanctuary." A proper fear of the Lord keeps us under the shadow of His wings where we need not be afraid.
Moses said to the people, "Do not fear, for God has come to test you, that the fear of Him may be before you, that you may not sin.